welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Stos, and today I've got Maddie B with me.
Hello.
And we are here to play a game of Warhammer Fantasy Skirmish, 6th edition. That's right, we're doing something different. I had originally planned to play a game of 40k today, but unfortunately that fell through. And Maddie B came through, you know, rose like a phoenix for this video. And we had to quickly pivot to doing something different. And so yeah, we're giving Warhammer Fantasy Skirmish a crack. And it's going to be Bretonnia versus the Beastmen. The Beastmen. The beastiest. So yeah, that should be pretty fun. And yeah, some of the models are pretty old. It's, you know, dug out of my old bits box, and like last night I like scrambled to get them painted. It's up until like 3 a.m. just trying to get some basic stuff on them, but you'll see that all in a minute. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things. But without any further ado, we'll have a look at the warbands, we'll have a look at the table, and then we will get this underway. And here we have 150 points of Bretonnians. Starting out with the leader, we have a paladin, Sir Theodric the Bold. He is just armed with a standard knightly loadout of hand weapon, shield, heavy armor, barded warhorse, and a lance. There is Theodric. And then we have a single Knight of the Realm, Theodric's boyhood friend. This is Sir Godfrey. Sir Godfrey, again, same loadout, heavy armor, barded warhorse, hand weapon, lance, and shield. And both knights have brought a small contingent of their personal men-at-arms. We have 3 for Godfrey and 2 for Theodric. And then in the back, we just have 3 huntsmen / peasant bowmen. And that is it, that's the list. I painted the vast majority of these models when I was like 12 or 13, back before I knew that thinning paints was a thing. So a lot of this it's not my best work. I spent some hours last night just trying to touch some things up, you know, basically painting over some of the faces, because back then I was still trying to paint eyes, and man, they were just like massive globs of paint all over the place. The white on a lot of this is still pretty chunky, but look, I got them as good as I could for today's game. But yes, these are like all like 5th edition metal models, apart from this one Bretonnian Knight of the Realm, who is just a plastic, but otherwise these are like, yeah, 5th edition or earlier Bretonnians. And there it is, that is my 150 point warband of Bretonnians. And here we have the Beastman herd that Maddie B will be leading today. Take it away, Maddie B.
Alright, as our leader, we've got a wargore. His name is Kazrak Horntongue. He has got a great weapon, chaos armor.
Excellent, yes, very nice.
Next, we have the 2 Beastigores. Oh, Bestigores, my apologies. Great weapons and heavy armor.
Beauty, they are super scary. Yep, alright, moving back.
We have 4 Gores, hand weapons and shields for 2 of them, and dual hand weapons for the other 2.
Yeah, very nice. The meat and potatoes of the list.
And then we have our meat shield at the back, who will obviously be at the front. 5 Angors, spears and shields.
Excellent, yes, very nice. So again, these are all like 5th edition metal models that, you know, I started collecting when I was like super young, with the aims of maybe doing a Beastman army, but this is about, I've got like a few more Ungor, a couple more Beastigore, but this is pretty much my whole collection from back then. Again, the majority of these were painted, you know, way back then, so they're not painted particularly good, but I spent a bit of time just refurbishing them a little bit, you know, covering over some nasty bits and painting up 1 or 2 that weren't painted at all. A couple of them, so like this guy and this guy over here, are both cannibalized from the crew of a chariot, which has gone astray over the years, but I still had the crew, so stuck them on the bases, and there they are. But yes, that is the 149 point Beast Herd. And here we are, all set up for this game of Warhammer Fantasy 6th edition. So the basic kind of narrative that we've got going on here is Sir Theodric and Sir Godfrey have decided to go on a nightly hunt in the forests surrounding Sir Theodric's castle and keep. And during this hunt, they came across some boar, and the huntsman, managed to put an arrow into one of the boars, and the boar scattered deep into the forest, much deeper than was probably wise to follow. But the bold and brash knights decided to go in after it anyway. And so here they are, set up in a column in the middle, trekking through, tracking this boar, and as they were doing so, they begin to hear horns braying in the distance, and as we can see, they have been set upon on many sides by a rampaging warband of Beastmen. We've got some more behind the forest over yonder, and so they've been ambushed. They've been ambushed by the Beastmen. And so that's it. That is the basic kind of narrative that we've got going on here. The nightly hunt, ambushed by Beastmen. It's a classic, people. So in terms of, let's go through some of the rules of this game. So we'll have a look at the terrain. So basically everything on the field, except for this rock pile, is going to be soft cover. So for shooting purposes, it'll be -1 to hit if you have an intervening piece of terrain in between you and the shooter. Be hard cover behind that rock. The slightly larger, wooded sections that are on a base, these ones over here, this one over here, are basically going to act like mini forests in the sense that they block line of sight until you're, gone within them. And it's going to be -2 to move through them, -2 to your movement, and charges and all of that kind of thing. Otherwise, it's Warhammer Skirmish is kind of a modified rule set of, or a simplified rule set of Mordheim, if anyone's familiar with that. So all of the models are moving independently, but it goes through your normal turn structure, declare charges, movement, magic, shooting, combat. Combat is a little bit different because once you have inflicted the final wound on a model, you will actually have to roll on an injury table to see what happens to them. They're not necessarily immediately killed. You've got 1 and 2 for knocked down, 2 to 3 for stunned, and 5 and 6 is out of action. Now, some of you might know that there was like an extra rule supplement actually put out for 6th edition that added a whole bunch of rules and scenarios and things, and one of them was for cavalry. So in that extra supplement, when cavalry takes its first wound, or would be rolling on the chart, you assume that the mount has been killed out from under them, which is super cool. And then you put down a non-mounted miniature to represent them. I unfortunately don't have any foot knights. Well, I do have one, but it's completely unpainted, and one's not going to do it when I got a couple of knights. So eventually I'm going to try and see if I can get me some Bretonnian foot knights so that I can start using those rules. But for today, I won't be using them. So the horses won't be killed. We're just going to assume that our knight on top has either been, dazed in the saddle for knocked down, stunned so that he's, knocked semi-unconscious, hung over the horse's neck, or just taken straight out of action. And the way we'll be doing that is I'll be using these little pips. I'll be putting 1 down next to them when they're dazed, 2 down next to them when they're stunned. And that's how we're going to be dealing with that rule today. I'm also, there's critical hits in Skirmish, similar to Mordheim. So on a wound roll of a 6, a critical hit is inflicted. Now, usually a critical hit in Skirmish, it's just got a single result, which is 2 wounds, no armor saves. But I've decided to bring in the table from Mordheim. So once a 6 to wound, a critical has been rolled, we're going to roll on the critical hit table to see what kind of crit is inflicted. So on a 1 or 2, I can't remember, they've all got a special name, but on a 1 or 2, basically it's going to be 2 wounds, armor saves as normal. On a 2 to 3, it's 2 wounds, no armor save. And on, a 3 to 4, and on a 5 and 6, it's going to be 2 wounds, no armor save, and +2 to the injury roll on the table. So, you're guaranteed to either be stunned or taken out of action at that point. I just think it's way cooler. It's much more interesting than just having a single result on the crit. Makes it a little more granular. And then there is also route tests in this game. So I've also modified the route tests a little bit because, I don't know, I didn't love the sound of it. So usually, once you've lost 25% of your units, you would need to take a route test. And if you fail, the whole warband just runs away. And in this case, that would be 3 models. So once we lost 3 models, you start taking leadership tests at the start of your turn. And if you fail that leadership test, it's over. I didn't like the sound of that, so I've upped it to 50%. 50% of your model count, so that's going to be 6 for Matty B, and that's going to be 5 for the Bretonnians. And then, on top of that, I'm not going to do the entire warband runs away. I'm going to start doing model by model. So each one will be doing a leadership test, and they will run away individually, just so we get a little more out of this battle. I'll see how it goes. I might be modifying too much, but we're going to give it a crack and see if I like it or not. And so yeah, that's it. Your leader has a 6-inch bubble that can allow them to use your leadership test. But, you know, peasants, loving knights like they do, both of my knights are giving out a 6-inch bubble of their leadership, which is pretty sweet. And that is it. That's the basic rules. That's the state of the game and the narrative. All that would be left is to roll for first turn. However, Matty B, Bretonnians have a rule that allows them to pray, giving up the right for first turn and gaining the favor of the lady and a ward save. So, you know, hearing the bray horns, you know, going and, you know, starting to see some dark figures at the edges of the forest. Both knights dismount their horses, draw their swords, stabbing the tip into the ground and kneeling and pray to the lady for guidance and protection and the fury to smite her foes, thus gaining a 6-up ward save for both of them. But if they get hit with a weapon, something with a weapon strength of 5 or more, it goes to a 5-up ward save. So they've prayed, they've given up the first turn, and that is that. So we'll be coming back with Beastman turn 1. Okay, and here we are, Beastman turn 1. Just quickly going over deployment. Obviously we've got the column of Bretonnia and the 2 knights in the middle, couple of men-at-arms at the front, being led by 2 of the foresters, the contingent of Godfrey's men-at-arms bringing up the rear, and a single forester. And then all around we have out the back over this side, we've got 1 of the beastie gores and 2 gores, 1 with hand weapon shield, 1 with 2 hand weapons. Over on this flank we again have beastie gore with hand weapon and shields, and 2 ungores with spears and shields. And then back there behind that forest is the rest of the gores. It's the leader, Gashrak, Nashrak, whatever his name is, the Rack, a bunch of Ungor and Horn-Tongue, a bunch of Ungor, and is there another Gore behind there as well? And another Gore. So yes, that is the deployment. So starting off, we would declare charges. Any charges, Matty B?
No.
No. Very good. Coming back with the movement phase. Okay, starting over here with the leaders group. Move them out, Matty B.
Alrighty, I'm going for a run. Double movement.
Yep, and Beastmen are zippy quick, so they move at 10 inches. Well, they run 10 inches, which is, woo! It's many inches.
Just making a little bit of a meat shield for these 2.
Very good. Yes, because the way shooting works is there is target priority. You have to shoot at the closest enemy unit unless there is an enemy that is easier to hit further away. And there it is. That is the leaders group. Coming down to this little group of the bestigores and gores. Where are they going, Matty B?
They're going to bust through the trees.
Heck yeah.
So -2 once they hit there, so they're going to get to 8. Go.
Okay, and finishing with the group that is attacking the rear of the column. Move them out, Matty B.
Again, we're going to go straight through the trees. So I'm going to bring these guys to the front.
Very good. Meat shields to the front. Oh boy, they are already very close.
Over the back there. And then these guys are going to end up within it. Oops, that's going to be difficult. I'll have to get the back. Jeez. There we go.
There we go, and there they are. And that is the end of the movement phase. And that ends Beastman turn 1, coming back with Bretonnian turn 1. And for the rest of the game, I'm not going to show the movement phases. I just wanted to do the first movement phase on camera, just so you could get the idea as to how things are working here. But I'm just going to do the movement phase wrap up as per usual. So this is what the table looks like prior to Bretonnian movement phase, and this is where everything ends up. So I have had 2 of the men-at-arms come up pushing in front of this archer. The archer has just spun on the spot. I've got another one pushed out to the side for some potential counter-charging. And Sir Godfrey has moved out onto this flank as well. So far they're very much focused on this close little unit of Ungor and Gore that have poked out of the trees. And then over this side for Sir Theodric, him and his 2 men-at-arms have squared up as they begin to see the larger Gore and Bestigore poking up through this little wooded area, and these 2 huntsmen have spun on the spot, sighting down at that group there. So that is the movement phase done. Let's go straight into the shooting phase. So as I talked about earlier, target priority is a thing. Something else that I failed to mention was another... I'm not going to be using the rules for over half range in this. We've had a game or 2 of this in the past, and we just found that the compounded negatives to hit basically just made shooting completely irrelevant, because you've got a hit, you've got a wound, got to get through the armor save, and then there's a whole extra table to actually see what even happens to them. So just to give shooting an ever so slight little leg up, over half range is not a thing. Still, you still -1 if you move, still -1 for things like cover, but that is it. So let's start with this little huntsman down here. There he is, and he's going to aim up and shoot at that first little Ungor that has come rushing out. Okay, so he has a ballistic skill of 3, which means he needs 4s to hit, and I'm using the blue and white dice of Sir Theodric, Paladin of Bretonnia, and so he needs a 4 to hit. He's got 1 shot here, people. Here we go. Hurrah! He misses. Oh boy, that's not a good start. That's not a good start. All right. Let's move over to these here huntsmen. We've got to go one at a time. We'll go this gentleman in the front, and he will just be shooting straight at the closest Ungor over there. I guess the one in the middle.
Yeah, probably.
Yep, that one in the middle. And so same thing. He hasn't moved. He's just turned on the spot, so he needs a 4 to hit. He hits him. There we go. He needs a 4 to wound because it's a strength 3 bow versus a toughness 3 little Ungor. 4s to wound. Yeah. No, fails to wound. Oh yeah, shooting. Here we go. And then the final one, the leader of the group, has crouched down to get, the steadiest of bows. Needing a 4 to hit.
Not steady enough.
Not steady enough indeed. And that is the end of Bretonnian turn 1. Coming back with Beastman turn 2. Okay, Beastman turn 2. Matty B, do you have any charges to declare?
Absolutely. These 2 little Ungors are going to make mincemeat of your halberdiers.
Fantastic. One at a time. Who is charging who?
Charge this fella first.
Yeah, fantastic. With 10 inches, they are definitely in range.
Easy.
Boom, and there they are. They've charged into those 2 halberdiers. Ugh. And that is it for charges?
I believe so.
Alright, cool. That is it for charges. Well, we will be coming back after the movement phase. This is where everything is now. And this is where it has ended up. Alright, we've got this very cagey unit of beastmen that have just pushed through to the other side of the small forest, staring down at Sir Theodric and his men-at-arms. The Gore and Bestigore have just pushed through the trees, again not overcommitting, just getting ready for charges for next turn, watching their Ungor minions and seeing how they do, most likely laughing. And then the herd of the leader, Gashrak Horntongue, have just moved out to fill the gap, putting pressure on the flank. There's a lot going on this side. And, you know, Sir Godfrey, only really being focused on his men-at-arms and the guys coming through, turns to the side, seeing this large herd of beastmen sighting him down. Ooh, but that is it! That is the movement phase done. There is no beastman shooting phase, so we are going straight into the combat phase. Now, something else I am doing with spears in this, because there aren't any rules for spears. You know, spears you're usually fighting in 2 ranks, but that obviously has no meaning here. So the way I'm using spears in this is spears always strike first in the first round of combat. Whether you charge them or you do the charging, spears are striking first. And then my men-at-arms are armed with hand weapon, shield, light armor, and halberds. So at the start of the combat phase, I have to choose whether they are going to be drawing their hand weapon and shield or fighting with the halberds. The hand weapon and shield is definitely making them significantly more survivable, because that will give them a 5-up armor save for light armor and shield, and then that goes to a 4-up for using a hand weapon with the shield, giving them parry essentially. Whereas if I use the halberd, all they've got is the 6-up armor save from light armor, but they'll have +1 strength from the halberd, putting them up to strength 4. No, I'm going sword and shield. I'm going sword and shield. We're going to try and like hold them here, and then maybe my counter charge will come in with his halberd. Let's see. But swords and shields for the men-at-arms. Now, Matty B, you get to strike first. So let's. Who do you want to attack first here?
I'll go with the first chargy man on the right.
First chargy man on the left. All right, Matty B. Well, you are weapon skill 3 to my weapon skill 3. You're going to need a 4 to hit.
Yep. That won't do it.
Oh, he misses. He misses. That guy is now going to attack you back because we go one single combat at a time. Okay, so with his sword, he is going to need a 4 to hit you back. He misses as well. All right, the first 2 guys just flail at each other ineffectively. The second Ungor, Matty B.
Got a 5.
Oh, he's got a 5. All right, that is a hit. And then you're going to need a 4 to wound because strength 3 to toughness 3. That is very cocked.
Very cocked.
Let's try that again. Keeping it on camera. That is not a wound. Okay, striking back with the sword and shield. Needing a 4 to hit. Missing. The first combat phase has come to nothing. Okay. Scary stuff. Alright, well that is the end of Beastman turn 2. Coming back with Bretonnian turn 2. Okay, Bretonnia turn 2, declare charges. I've definitely got one, and it's going to be this valiant peasant men-at-arms charging into the flank of this here Ungor to you know, try and support his men-at-arms brethren. And you know what? I'm doing it. Sir Godfrey is, you know, spurring his noble warhorse. He's dropping the lance, and he is going to charge straight here into this here gore. In he goes with the Bretonnian war cry, for the lady! And in he goes. He's got more than enough movement with 16 inches to get in there. You know, I could send Theodric into one of these guys. Hell, I could send him into 2 of them because I could potentially get into base contact with 2. Oh, he's got a few attacks. I could potentially just murk a couple of these. That'd be pretty sweet. I don't know if that's the smartest choice, just throwing my leader straight out over here. How bold do I get? That might be a little too bold. That's too bold for now. That's too bold. Here's Sir Theodric the Bold, but that is too bold. So they're gonna stay all that is. That's all for charges. That's all for charges. We've got the man-at-arms. You know, so far, Sir Godfrey is the only one engaging the enemy as of yet. But that is the end of the charge phase. This is where everything is before the movement phase, and this is where everything has ended up. So, the foresters on the side here have just spun to face this lurking threat. Sir Theodric and his men-at-arms have turned and started facing down the larger unit of Gors. He sights, you know, the enemy leader and sees the most virtuous kill, and so there he is. The forester that was sitting here has decided to pull back in front of them so that he can potentially target one of these here Ungor. He's going to need a 5 to hit now because he's moved, but I don't know, taking a shot at this Beastigore, hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s, 5-up armor save, it just, I don't know, I don't think it was worth it. So instead he's going to meat shield a little over here as well, and hopefully, you know, maybe plink off one of the closest Ungor, shortening that charge distance a little further. And that is it. That is the movement phase done. Let's go straight into the shooting phase. We're going to go with this brave little forester. He's going to shoot into the closest Ungor, which looks like it's probably that one there on the corner, and he needs a 5 to hit. No, he's missed. All right, very good. Look, on that 3, he would have missed the Beastigore anyway, so whatever. All right, and then we got these two. We're going to start with the closest one, and he's going to be shooting at this Gore right here, needing a 4. He hits him. Here we go. He needs a 5 to wound because Gore's a toughness 4. Uh-oh. Come on, 5. Do it. 6 even. No, he hasn't done it. All right, the next guy, again, needing a 4. He's done it. He's hit him. Needing a 5 to wound. Come on. Give me a 6. Give me a crit. Oh, it's a crit. Oh, my God. Yeah. Okay. Rolling on the critical hit chart. Come on. Give me another 5 or 6. Yeah. It's a 6. Oh my God. He's done a master strike. So this equals 2 wounds with no armor save and plus 2 to the injury roll. Jesus. Okay. All right. So we're rolling on the injury table, and we're rolling plus 2. So we're minimum getting a stunned, but a 4 plus will give me a out of action, and I'm rolling 2 of them and picking the highest. Here we go. Yeah. A 4, so a 4 goes to out of action.
Oh, dang.
So he has done a master shot. He is, sighted down and whoosh, straight through the eye of this Gore with the horn. He's tooting away from and then boom, straight in the eye. One Gore is felled. First blood for the Bretonnians. Oh my God, man. Shooting did something. Yes. You can take that model away, Mr. B. All right, cool. There we go. Some blood, some death. Excellent. We've whittled this side a little bit. That was pretty great. All right, so it's combat. We've got charges first. Let's come on, we'll come with him last. We'll do these combats first. But so first we've got this noble little, well, he's not noble, he's a filthy peasant. He's a filthy jumped up peasant in a uniform, and he's using a halberd. He's pulled his halberd hoping that charging in first. Spears in the first round of combat. You are correct, sir. And this is essentially a new round of combat. So yes, you can strike first, mate. So who's he attacking?
The guy who's charging him.
Makes sense. He's turned and he pokes with his spear, needing a 4 to hit. He misses. No. Okay. All right. And now getting in with that halberd. Yeah. He misses also. Yeah. All right. The other one with the sword and shield, needing a 4. No. Also misses 1s all round. 3 1s. You rolled a 1 and then I rolled 2. Amazing. All right. Well, let's go straight to these guys next. So, we have equal initiative. Usually this would go to a roll-off. You know what? I think, the fact that you have a spear and we have equal initiative, I'm fine with you striking first. I think that's another good way to do it. Striking first with the spear, needing a 4. Oh, he's got it. He needs a 4 to wound him. Stuns him. Alright, he is using a sword and shield with light armor and parry, so he's got a 4-up armor save against this. Can he parry the spear as it thrusts towards him? He can't! No! Alright, sir, that's going to be rolling on the injury table. So, 1 or 2 knocked down, 3 to 4 stunned, 5 and 6 is... Oh, you just straight murk him! Black! Very nice, very nice. That's 1 for 1. A filthy little peasant man is slain. Excellent. Very nice, sir. Damn it, that's not good for me. Alright. The knight. The knightly charge.
Oh, damn.
Sir... Wait, did I call him Theodric before? That's Godfrey. Sir Godfrey has aimed his lance down and is charging at that filthy beast Gore. He needs a 4 to hit. He's got 1 attack. Oh, that's 50-50. Come on, you need to hit this. With the lance. with the lance. No, you missed. God, no. Okay. All right. The horse. Also is weapon skill 3, so it needs 4s to hit. Yeah. And the horse misses as well. Oh boy, this is very bad. All right, you can attack me back with that gore, sir.
Okay.
You'll need a 4 to hit with your axe, and you miss. Uh-oh. So he's spent his charge. The lance is stowed, and now he pulls his sword. That's not good for old Godfrey. All right, well, look, that is the end of Bretonnian turn 2. Coming back with Beastman. Oh, yes, Beastman turn 3. Okay, Beastman turn 3. Declare charges. What are we doing, Matty B?
Alright, I'll start over here with the obvious.
Yeah,
Yep.
the Bestigor charging in to Sir Godfrey. Very good.
Spare guy is going to come and charge over to this fella.
Excellent, yes.
And then I'm going to have to measure to see if all of these 3 can get their charge on.
And yep, and they're charging.
Respective
Boom, boom, boom.
counterparts,
Yep,
yes.
fantastic on the other side. All right, we'll go one at a time. Yes, I did not fall back far enough. Oh dear.
Will that work because he's within 1 inch? Will I have to charge him first?
Yes, you would actually. Yeah.
Okay,
Do you want to just do that in a different order? All right. So yes, he makes it, but I'm going to stand and shoot because you have charged. So he will need a 5 to hit because standing and shooting is hard. Ha! He misses. All right, that was your chance, mate. Boom, he gets charged by the Ungor. All right, and you can just move the other 3 in because they are all in range.
I think so.
Yeah, looks like it. Yep. Yes, and they are in. Boom, the Ungor have hit the lines. Oh man, what an idiot! I'd completely gummed up my charge arc with that guy. All right, well. No counter charges for me next turn. Oh, that's a problem. All right, well, that's that. That is the end of the charge phase. Coming back after the movement phase, and this is what it looks like now. And this is how it ends up. So we have a forest team who have just pushed up and forcing the issue on my little foresters over here, my woodsmen. And then Gashrak and the remaining Gore with 2 hand weapons have pushed up to that side of the combat. Just getting ready for an opening to get in there and get choppy. And that is the end of the movement phase. Let's rock and roll straight into the combat phase. Alright, where do you want to start, Matty B?
Might start over here with the charge.
Uh-oh, yep, very good. This is potentially the end of Sir Godfrey. Alright, so we're going with the Bestigor. He's got a single attack. He'll be hitting on 4s. Oh, he's got it. He's got it with a 4. You are strength 6, so you'll be wounding on 2s. He's got it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, now, a Bretonnian knight on a barded warhorse has a 1-up armor save. Which will be negative by 3, which makes it a 4-up armor save here. So I've got a 50-50 chance of just shrugging this off on my Bretonnian steel and shield and beast. Give it to me! No! Alright, but I did also pray to the lady.
Oh, you did.
I prayed for the favor of the lady. And let's see. Let's see if the lady favors me today. Because you are above strength 5, instead of a 6-up ward save, this is a 5-up ward save. So I've got a 1 in 3 chance. 1 in 3 chance of surviving. Falsy lady! No, he takes it. He's taking it. All right, Matty B, roll on the injury chart. I want to see a 1 or a 2 here. Oh, he's stunned. He is stunned in the saddle. So we're going to put 2 of these little blips here. Not that it matters, because now that he's stunned, your next guy will just immediately take him out of action. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. I don't know if I even get an armor save. I'll check that, and we'll come back with the result and potential unheroic demise of Sir Godfrey. Okay, so we've looked at the rules, and the way it actually talks is there's nothing really that happens when you're stunned. All that I was able to find is that a knocked down enemy is unable to attack back. And that's it. There's no other benefits or negatives. It's just they can never attack back. And then on the turn when they stand up or become back to undazed in this case or whatever, they would be striking last regardless of equipment or initiative. So I'm going to take it one step further and just say that if you're attacking a knocked down or stunned enemy, you automatically hit. You still have to wound and you still have to go through armor saves and all that stuff. but you're just hitting them automatically because they're unable to defend themselves anymore. And so the difference between being stunned or knocked down is it's taking 2 turns to recover from that. So, next turn I'll be removing one of those tokens, which will bring you to knock down, which is the same thing. You're hitting him automatically, and then you still just got a wound, armor save, that whole shebang. So that's how we're doing it. I know that in Mordheim, if you attack a stunned enemy, I'm pretty sure they're just straight up down, like they're out of action at that point. But, we are playing Warhammer Skirmish, and Warhammer Skirmish, that's not a thing. Let me know how you think about this, but that's the way we are doing it, hitting them automatically with no attacks coming back. So, let's finish off this combat. Let's see if all of that prattle even meant anything, because you might just kill him now. So this gore hits him automatically, which means you just need a 4 to wound him. You crit! You crit! Okay, let's roll on the table, Matty V. What do you get, sir?
5.
5 or 6. Oh my god, you have given a... what is it? A master strike. So as he is laying stunned in the saddle, like hanging across the neck of his horse, this gore has just brought his axe down. All right, we'll roll on the table again, Matty B. You're getting +2 to this roll to see what happens.
Okay.
And what's it going to be? Yes, and you have just put him out of action. Boom! What a, we went through all of that, all that explanation for him to just get critically master struck by a gore. Ooh, that's a big deal. That's one of my knights. That's a large chunk of my points just gone. All right, well done, Matty B. Okay, where do you want to go next? We've got more combats.
I think I charged over here.
That you did, sir.
So I'll do that one next.
Yes, indeed. So yes, this guy striking first, needing a 4 to hit. He misses. I'll attack him back, needing a 4 to hit. I miss. Oh boy. Okay, and so then same thing. Your spear guy would be going first. Who does he want to attack?
He'll attack the same guy.
Yeah, the guy with the halberd makes sense. Missing. No. Halberd attacks back. Oh, did I get it? I got it. Yes, very good. And I'm winning on a 3 because halberd. Oh, it's a crit.
It's a crit.
It's a crit. What kind of crit is it? Ooh, it's the worst kind of crit. It's 2 wounds, but still getting armor saves. So, and the save is rolled first. So, Matty B, you won't get one. Strength 4, and all you've got is a shield. So it goes through your shield. So it's just 2 rolls on the injury table, applying the highest. A 5. He is out of action. Boom. We kill him. Yes. Excellent. A little bit of something for the Bretonnians. There we go. Freeing him from combat. Very nice. Okay. I guess we're coming down over here. Matty B, which one do you want to start with?
I'll start at the top there.
Fantastic. 4 to hit. No, I'm going to attack you back. I should have already said what I'm using. Look, I think I would have said sword and shield. I like to start tanky when I'm not attacking first. So sword and shield needing a 4 to hit you back. Missing. Lovely.
Stupid one.
The next one along into the Forester. Again, needing a 4 to hit. Jabbing me with the spear. No, attacking back with the Forester's blade. He hits you. Need that 6 now. 4 to wound. Oh, I do wound you. You will have a 6 up armor save with your shield, sir. No, that is no save. What's going to happen? The Forester just knocks you down, so we'll drop him face up, sir. So pop him on his back. Yes, we've knocked him down. Heck yeah, Forester, with your little blade. Sure, yeah. All right, moving along to the last one. Hitting on a 4. All of the Ungors. I'm pretty sure you've got ones to hit. One. Oh my god. Terrible. Poor little Ungor.
Throw all those dice away.
Again, sword and shield. Needing a 4 to hit. He hits. Needing a 4 to wound. No! Alright. And that is the end of the close combat phase. And the end of Beastmen turn 3. It was a big one. You put down one of my very expensive knights. You set up some nice charges. Alright, let's see how the Bretonnians can respond with Bretonnian turn 3. Okay, Bretonnian turn 3. Here we go. Charges to declare. And we're going to have this brave little peasant with a halberd charge this here Bestigor. He's going to go straight through this. He's got 8 inches. He's definitely in range. And boom, he bursts through the brush, getting at him, hoping that maybe getting in there first with his halberd, he could put down that enormous, towering, heavy armor-laden Bestigor. We'll see how that goes for him. And Sir Theodric, Paladin of Bretonnia, is going to declare a charge against both of these guys. Ooh, he's doing it! Oh my god, this could be terrible. He does have 3 attacks. He's going to be hitting on 3s. He's going to be wounding on 2s. And I'm going to try and split my attacks against them. We'll see. We'll see how this goes, but he's doing it. And again, he has all the inches in the world. So he can just... For the lady! Seeing his boyhood friend cut down, it has fueled his boldness. And he is getting in there. He's, lowering the lance, charging in to these 2 towering, slavering beastmen. We'll see how that ends up for Paladin Theodric. And that is it. That's all the charges done. Let's move on to the movement phase. You know what? I don't think there's going to be a movement phase.
Because everyone's in combat.
Yeah, everyone's in combat except these here little foresters who are just going to spin on the spot and sight down to their closest threat, which happens to be Mr. Nashrak, friggin' Horn Tongue himself, the filthiest, the filthiest of filthy boys. And they are going to sight down their bows at that man. And they're going to see about putting him down. They will be shooting through the soft cover of that there bush. I'm just going to roll them both. Well, I guess I should roll them one at a time in case the first one hits. Alright, first one needing a 5 to hit. Misses. Second one needing a 5 to hit. Misses. Damn it. If that cover wasn't... Alright. Well, that was their chance. Very good. Okay, let's move into the combat phase. I'm going to save that one for last because that's the juicy boy. But let's come over to the bravest of peasants. He's come charging in. He's going to wield his halberd and he needs a 40 hit. You need to do this, mate. This is your one chance at glory and life. You could get a knighthood out of this. Probably not, but you might. He hits him. Oh boy, that's a good start. Alright, he's strength 4 to the toughness 4 of a Bestigor. So he needs a 4 to wound. It's 50-50. 50-50 I wound him, but if I get a 6, oh baby, I could just put him down here. Come on. Fury of the peasantry. Oh my god! Yeah! Okay, here we go. Let's see what kind of crit it is. Yeah! Oh, it's a 3, so it is 2 wounds, no armor saves. That's still pretty damn good. So it goes straight through your heavy armor, the ringmail of the Bestigor. This is freaking Sir Godfrey's retainer looking for vengeance for his mighty lord. Godfrey was a good lord, it would seem. Oh, no. So there's no pluses to this, so I just need a single 5 or 6 to put this Bestigor down. Single 5 or 6. Yeah! Oh, he's done it! He's sheared through, he's come swinging in, and just boom! Hit him in a vital spot. Slaying down with his halberd, just crunching through, shearing through a horn and into the brain of the Bestigor. Incredible! The most unlikely of moments. Yes! There you are, sir.
All my pipes are gone.
All the pipes, all the horn blowers. The most ostentatious of the gores are gone. Okay, woof. Let's just move along the line. Let's come to this one here. You have a spear, so you can go first, sir. Needing a 4 to hit.
No.
Alright, the Ungors continue to perform terribly.
Yes.
Needing into a 4 to hit, I get you. And so I've got a sword and shield, so I need a 4 to wound. I get you. You have a 6-up armor save against this with your shield, B.
I don't get you.
And then it's going to be an injury of straight up murked. Oh my god, we take him out, Matty B. We are clearing the field. Boom, boom, we're just slaying mercilessly. All right, let's move on to this one again. Your spear goes first, sir. There he goes. He's got a hit. You need a 4 to wound. No wound. All right, attacking you back. A 4 to hit. He hits. Ooh, with a 6 bodes poorly for the Ungor. 4 to wound? No. Alright, now the Forester is going to see if he can put down this knocked down Ungor. He hits him automatically, so he just goes straight to a 4 to wound. He's trying to stab him on the ground with his hunting knife. No, he completely misses, just lops it into the ground, so he doesn't get to attack back. And then we're going to go to this next score, the spear, going first. Missing. Oh my god, the Ungors, they're the worst.
They are the worst.
Peasant misses. Alright, here we go. The meat and all potatoes of the list. Okay, here it is. Here we go. He's charged in Can he put down the best of Gores and another Gore?
Who's not as quite as good.
Not the best. All right, so we're going to do 3 attacks. I'm putting 1 into the Gore and 2 into the bestie Gore. Let's start with the 1 into the Gore, needing a 3 to hit. He hits him. He needs a 2 to wound because he's strength 6 with the lance. He wounds him. You won't get an armor save. It's just going to be a straight roll on the table. Boom! He's killed him. He's put the Gore down, shearing through. Oh my god, this is so huge. What a turn for Bretonnia. 2 attacks on the bestie Gore, needing 3s. He hits them both. Needing 2s to wound. He gets them both. It's again going straight through the heavy armor. It's going to be 2 rolls on the injury. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Boom, boom. Jesus. Wow, that got
just really too personal.
Yeah, he got real mad. Incredible. He comes galloping in, first spearing his lance through the shield, through the chest of the Gore. It's spearing it up through him, and then boom, straight through the face of the bestie Gore. Incredible. Angry Bretonnians. So look, that is the end of Bretonnian turn 3. Whoa, it was a big one. Jesus God. The dice have swung hard.
Runnies?
You are going to have to, yes, at the start of your turn, you're going to have to start doing break tests, and that is not good. Not good for the Beastmen at all. Okay, well, coming back with Beastman, turn 4. Okay, Beastman turn 4, and they are going to have to start taking route tests because they have lost 50% of their initial number. And we're starting off with the man himself, the beast himself, and he's got a leadership of 7. You need to roll 7 or under, B. He's all right. He's sticking around. That's super important. And he is giving a leadership bubble to all of those boys. So each one of them has a leadership of 7. Just tell me who you're doing and roll it out. The Gore next to him, he's gone. He's freaked out and he has run. So you can remove him, B. All right, keep going down the line. The young Gore with the standard bearer. He's all good on a 7. He's made it. He's sticking
just
around.
On the line.
Very good. The one that is currently knocked down. He's out of here. Double 6. He's just not happy.
What's going on here?
Not happy. All right, but you can remove him too. The last Ungor in the leadership bubble. He's also out of here with a 9. Yeesh, B. This is brutal. The spine is broken, but we have one more over here, but only on leadership 6 because he's out by himself with no general bubble. Leadership 6, need that low roll. That is an 8B. He's out of here as well. Wow, the nerve has absolutely broken of the Beastman. All right, well let's see if Matty B can salvage anything out of this turn. Let's see if Mr. Big Boy can get into combat and start wrecking some face. So Matty B charges to declare.
Yeah, I'm just going to charge both these guys with him.
Ooh, very good. Yes, taking a note out of old Theodric's book. Very good. Boom, excellent. In he goes. All right, well let's just go straight into combat. You want to start with him?
Yep.
All right, make it happen. How you doing?
2 into him and 1 into him.
Fantastic. It's going to be 3s to hit and 2s to wound.
So I'll start with the 1.
Yep. Okay. Into the Forester. He misses. Forester will. I know he doesn't get to attack you back. He will eventually. 1 hit goes into the man at arms, and you need a 2 to wound him. There you go. All right, and then roll on the table. See what happens to that man at arms. He's just knocked down. You knock him down.
Not as good.
Not as good, definitely not. The big charge came in and you knocked him to the ground. The Forester's going to attack you back, needing a 4. Missing. Very good. And then the Ungor and the remaining man-at-arms. Missing. No. Man-at-arms hitting you back on a 4. Hits you. Wounds you on a 4. Wounds you. Uh-oh. 6 up armor save, B. No. Okay. Oh boy. What happens? It's just knocked down. So yeah, knock him on his back. Boom. Alright, and that is the end of Beastman turn 4. Coming back with Bretonnia, turn 4. Ooh, it's looking like this one is the writing's on the wall, people. But let's finish it off. Alright, Bretonian turn 4?
I think so.
I think it's turn 4. I should have been keeping track. It kind of doesn't matter, but here we are. We're at Bretonnian turn 4, I think. And it's charges to declare. Oh boy. Both of these halberdiers are going to be charging into Nashrak, Gashrak. At least one of these guys is going to attempt to charge on this knocked down one, and the other one's probably just going to skirt around to get in closer for next round. And Theodric's going to move. So let's just get into that. This guy definitely in. Oh, actually, I don't know if he's. Oh, he's in. He's made it. He's just made it. Amazing. And he's going to get into the back just to here. Boom. This young fella, yes, is in. And he is just going to boom into there. We'll go into the movement phase. He's going to slip around, getting ready to get in here. And Theodric is going to move over to here, preparing to get into that combat as well. And that is it. Oh yes, and this gentleman stands up, but will be striking last because he just stood up. I'll pop a little tag on him so we know. Striking last. Okay, let's get into the combat phase. Here we go. Let's start with the little one. Let's start with the little one over here. We'll go with the huntsman who charged. He's attacking first, going in with his dagger. He doesn't wound. The swordsman tries to put down the Ungor on the ground, needing a 4 to wound. Oh, he's got a crit! He's crit him! Oh boy! Well done. And it's the 2 wounds, no armor save, crit. And we double put him down. Wow, we just shank him on the ground. Shank you very much.
Oh, shit, sorry.
All good, all good. Alright, and then we'll move over to the Gashrak fight. So we're going to go with the two charging halberdiers first, and they are swinging in with their halberds. I'll just swing them both at the same time. Needing 4s, woo, they both hit. Needing 4s to wound for halberds, 1 wound. You have a 4-up armor save, which gets put to a 5-up. No save, sir. So that is 1 of your 2 wounds done if you want to pop a wound on him. Then it's going to be the huntsman. The huntsman needs a 4 to hit. Huntsman needs a 5 to wound. No wound, alright. You may attack back, sir, before my men-at-arms that just stood up. How do you want to do your attacks? Do you want to split them? Do you want to just murk into somebody?
Actually, I'm just going to split 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful. Yep, just attacking the men-at-arms. Alright, we'll just go 1 at a time.
So 1.
Hits him. Wounds him on a 2. Oh yeah. No armor save from that, so just injury roll. Ooh, yeah, you just murk him straight up. Blam! The one that wounded you, perhaps. Turn and hack him down. Very good. The next one, hitting on a 3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Missing. Come on, B, keep it sedate, mate. And then on the last one, hitting on 3. No. Alright, well, the last one's hitting you back on a 4. No. Alright, and that is that is turn for me. Now, because you are being ganged up on and there are no friendly units within 6 inches, you do need to take a break from combat test. On your leadership 7, he's sticking around. Ooh, baby, is he ever. Excellent. All right, well, that is the end of Bretonnian turn 4. Coming back with Beastmen turn 5. Okay. Beastman turn 5, coming in with another route test for the last remaining men. Gashrak and 8, that is it. He is out of here. Seeing the rest of his warband either fleeing or down and bleeding, he figured it was time to get the F out. And that is it. That is the end of the hunt ambush in the Bretonnian forests. Thanks for watching the game. We'll see you at the post-game. And there it is, our first game of Warhammer Fantasy Skirmish, 6th edition. And it is a Bretonnian victory in the end for the lady! For the lady.
Many running.
Yeah, mate, it was super brutal. Look, good game, Matty B.
Very much
good
so.
game, sir. Oof. I mean, at first it was looking pretty dire for the Bretonnians when
a long lost childhood friend down.
Indeed, Sir Godfrey just boom, he charged in, completely whiffed his shot with the lance. and just got murked. Just murked by those Beastmen. And my bows just weren't doing anything.
Oh, you
I did get one, and that was the beginning.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of the avalanche, right? After that forester, that huntsman, aimed up and boom, put down the first horn blower. And Beastmen love their horns.
Oh, they love them.
That first horn,
Let's take
going
out the
down.
second one. That was the end.
That was it,
Heard
man.
the horns.
That was it,
They
exactly.
were like, let's leave.
The horns went silent, and so the horned men decided they were outies. Look, let me know what you think about some of the adjustments we've made to the rules. Because this is the thing, if we stuck with the normal route test thing, you would have only done that first route test and the whole warband would have stuck around.
Yeah.
And you passed it.
Yeah.
However, equally, if that first route test was a fail, the whole thing was just
Yeah,
over.
it was over
So
then.
I don't know if I'm not 100% sure on it.
I think it was just a round of bad rolling on my part.
Totally.
So,
And Beastmen not having the best leadership makes
Yeah.
things tough as well.
So you think that, in another game, that wouldn't have happened the same way.
Totally. I think I like the 50% rule rather than the 25% rule, because otherwise those rolls would have been happening
Yeah. And if
really
we played
quick.
with any of the other battles, other armies that have even lower
Leadership. Or mortal count even, suddenly
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just, it's over too quick. And it was already a quick game, which I did enjoy, but I don't want it to be stupidly quick.
No.
But yeah, let me know what you thought about any of these adjustments that we made. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. But yeah, a lot of fun, a great game. Nice to get some new factions on the channel, even if only in miniature. I might be able to I've still got my vampire accounts that are coming up. I could try and paint up a little warband of them. / start breaking down my orcs and goblins and the dwarves. Getting some little games of this involved with those factions as well. I enjoyed it. I think we'll play some more of this. It was pretty fun. But yes, look, if you enjoyed this video, as always, don't forget, subscribe, do the whole thing. We're growing this out, and I need you as part of my community to help it keep on growing. But until next time, I'm Stos. This is Matty B. Happy wargaming, and be good to your mother.